Right? I know.
Okay, guys, we are going to get started because we only have 40 minutes, 38 now, and I do have a lot to cover. And so I don't see Kendall, Jen, but Kendall is here. So that is really exciting.
Yay. Hi, Kendall.
I don't know if she's not on video, but hopefully she can hear us.
Okay.
And just to set expectations really quickly, what we are going to go over tonight is it's just a very high level overview of the business. And we're going to talk about why Young Living, and then why do a Young Living business, and then go into like what is the business, and then we'll talk a little bit about ranks, a little bit about the income disclosure and how you get paid, and kind of close. So what we will not do is go over very in depth on the compensation plan. That is a whole class in and of itself, which we will do. But if whatever I say you have questions, you can put it in the chat, although I will not be able to answer them right away. Actually, what I would rather you do is message me if you have questions, because I don't have anybody running the chat. So I think it disappears once the meeting closes. So if you have questions, please let me know. Hi, Katie. Yay. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get started. Who am I? My name is Shannon Williamson. I know all of you guys. But I've been doing Young Living for 2 years, and it feels like part of it feels way longer, but part of it feels like I just started yesterday. And a lot of you know, but some of you may not, especially if you're listening to the recording, that I quit my Microsoft job in September of this year after 14 years. And I think that says something about the Young Living business. Why would I quit such a sweet gig? Because it really was a sweet gig. But once I started doing Young Living intentionally as a business, I saw so many things, so many amazing things about it. And I feel like it's a dream come true to actually do Young Living full time. And hopefully by the end of this, you will understand why. Okay? So let's start with why Young Living, because that is really an important thing to understand. There are so many different essential oil companies out there. I've heard a statistic, there's like 20 that pop up a month of essential oil companies. And that's pretty amazing. It says a lot about essential oils, but what makes Young Living different? And there are a lot of reasons. So I'll just go through a few of them. Young Living has been around for 20 plus years. Gary Young was actually the one that brought the modern distillation process to where it is. So Young Living has 20 plus years of research and distillation. And when we talk a little bit later, you'll understand why distillation is so important. They have what's called the seed to seal guarantee, which basically means from planting of the seed, if you're a gardener, you understand that seed selection is important, and most essential oil companies are not in control of seed selection. From seed to harvest to planting to cultivating to harvesting to bottling to shipping, they own every step of the process. And that is, from my understanding, there is no other company that owns every single step of the process at Young Living's stature. So that is a really big deal. And you can actually go to seedtoseal.com and get all the information about what that means. Young Living actually does not have an organic label on them. They are beyond organic, but they chose not to use to get the organic seal, because do some research, kind of the organic seal is sort of political. So Young Living felt that they stand behind their practices and they don't need a seal, but they are beyond organic, and you can go back to the seed to seal process and see why they can make that claim. This will blow your mind. Young Living does 20 tests on every single oil 3 times before it gets into your hands. 20 tests 3 times. There is no other company that has the ability to do that, the equipment, the staff. And so your little farmer's market that has essential oil I promise you it hasn't been tested. So what you get is what you get. So what you get from Young Living is absolutely 100% the most pure oil that you possibly could get, because they have the ability to test so much. If they see anything off in any of those tests 3 times, they ditch it. They will throw away millions of dollars and they will not give it to you if it does not pass all of those tests. Young Living owns all of their farms, or they have partner farms that must adhere to their strict standards. And they visit those farms constantly to make sure that they are, and then of course, what they get from those farms are tested. So you can be sure that what you're getting is the best of the best. Anybody can visit the farms, totally open to the public, every single step of the process. There's no other company at their level that offers that. They have the most extensive line of oils. They are sustainable. They do whatever it takes to make sure that they are replanting and that they are smart with the Earth's resources so that we can continue to have essential oils. Gary Young has said they make oils for a purpose, not a profit. And I can tell you, when you go visit the farm and you hear them talk, you will never be told to sell anything. You will never be told, they won't give you sales numbers. It's not their goal. They are all about helping people and getting oils into every home because they change lives. It's amazing. Their distillation practices, first distill only. And why that matters is that it's like putting a tea bag in your coffee or in your hot water, and then getting another tea bag and putting it in that same tea bag over and over again. And what's your water going to be like if you use a tea bag 5 times? It's like colored water, right? So if you distill over and over again, you're not going to get, and then they distill and redistill, and then they combine all those batches of oil, other companies, and you're getting all kinds of other allergens and proteins and things you don't want in your oil. So first distill only. Imagine how expensive that is. First distill only. They ditch the rest of the plant material, but that gives you the best oil possible. Okay, I could go on and on about why Young Living, but those are the big ones. Not to mention the community. Which is phenomenal. And then I would say the last thing, why Young Living. We'll actually talk about that in why do a Young Living business, and that's what we're going to talk about next. Okay. Mary and Gary Young actually chose network marketing as their sales model. They did not need to. They could have easily just put the oils on the shelf and then you would just buy them, and then they would leave you off to figure things out on your own. However, they recognized that there is education that is required when you're using oils. And I think, most of everybody on this call understands that when you get a starter kit, which is what everybody typically starts out with, that you aren't quite sure what to do with all the oils. You might know what to do with lavender, but you're like, what's this weird Copaiba thing? Copacabana oil? What do I do with that? You need people to help you along the way and to learn. It is a lifelong journey when you're doing natural health care. They recognize that, but also they recognized the business opportunity and how it could help so many people start their own small business and how that could bless people. So they chose that. Network marketing typically has a bad rap, but it's because a lot of companies do it wrong. And I feel that Young Living has done it so right. And let's talk about the benefit of doing a Young Living business. Okay, well, let's talk about the income opportunity. And I will tell you what each rank makes on average. But that was one of the biggest reasons why I quit my Microsoft job, because there is, when I was at Microsoft, I hit a cap where I would never make any more money ever, never. And I don't know, like some people are okay with that, but for me, that was really demotivating. There was no other measure of how well I'm doing to continue to grow. Young Living, there's zero cap, zero. The ceiling, there is no ceiling. The harder you work, the more consistent you are, the more you grow and the more money you make. So for me, that's really amazing, because in the corporate world, and I would say in other settings, you might get a 2% raise a year, 5%, maybe a cost of living. Last year I got a 60% raise when I did the math. So, it's pretty unbelievable, the potential. And we know real people that are making life-changing money. Residual income. So this is the benefit of the network marketing model, where you put in the work and then you continue to benefit from it. People get weirded out by residual income, but if you think about an author that writes a book, that's residual income. They write a book once and then they continue to make money. Movie actors, they do the movie and then they continue to make residual income every time that movie's played, every time somebody buys a DVD, whatnot. So residual income is not this weird, just network marketing term. But with network marketing, the more people, the bigger your team, you could go on vacation and you would still make that same paycheck. That's a huge blessing, because in most small businesses, you don't get vacation, you don't get sick time. If you don't work, you don't get paid. If your store closes, you're not making any money. So this is really different, and residual income is a huge blessing and worth pursuing, because when you think about what an executive, and we'll talk about the ranks in a second, but what an executive makes per month is the same as what you would need to make in your retirement. You'd have to have, I believe it's $500,000 in your retirement to make every month for the rest of your life what an executive level at Young Living makes. Okay, that's crazy. So think of it as a retirement plan too, a secure one, because the stock market ain't secure. So, okay, so we talked about residual income. It's a consumable product. People are going to continue to use oils. So if you chose to do a business, let's say leggings, like LuLaRoe is network marketing, right? You're selling leggings, but you can only have so many leggings. I do know a lot of people that have a lot of leggings, but typically people are going to buy leggings and then they don't need to buy anymore. Oils, the products that Young Living provides are consumables, so you're going to have repeat customers. So it's a really good business. The product is a really good a choice. When you choose a business like this, you want to choose a consumable product that people would continue to order. The community is amazing. The friendships you will make are amazing. The growth, the personal growth, stepping out of your comfort zone, doing things that scare you is amazing, because that's where you grow and that's where you get better as a person and as a business person. So, and also the community aspect offers you training that you need to continue to do your business. So there's tons of support. There's tons of free resources. The startup cost of this business is $160. Most small businesses require $50,000 to $100,000 to start, and then you don't make money for the first couple years. You get you pay $160 for a starter kit that you're going to use. So you get oils in your home, but you can start making money right away before you even get your kit in your home. And we'll talk about how you get paid in a second. Low starter costs, no need to carry inventory. Young Living covers all your customer service, all your fulfillment, all your, accounting, anything, all your web design, everything. They handle everything. So all you have to do is share. And that really is the business, which we'll talk about in a second. This is not a fad. Oils have been around since the beginning of time. And so it's not like, I'm trying to think of a fad that people were into for a while. I don't know if you guys can think about some sort of. It works, okay? It works. Or
sorry, not to.
Sure. Is that the
wrap
thing? Is it the
no,
belly?
it works, the crazy wrap thing.
Okay, so that would be an example of a fad that people jump on, and you could make a lot of money for a short period of time, but then, this Oils are not going away. They've been around forever. Willable income. Did you know that you can take what you make and will it to your children when you pass away? So it is and they would continue with the organization. So that is a really powerful thing about the Young Living business. You can take time off and get paid. You are blessing others with not only the oils, but a business opportunity if they're interested. You get to be your own boss. You get guaranteed bonuses. You don't lose everything if you take a month off. Like you probably would lose your company if you took a couple months off, if there was a sickness or some sort of trauma in your family. But I love this. It says, best of all, we don't sell Young Living. The products sell themselves. How many people on this call have game changer products that they could talk about all day long? Right? And so that's what's incredible about Young Living. Okay, so we talked about why Young Living. We talked about why do a Young Living business. So let's talk, what is the business? The business is very, very simple. It's basically three things. Hey, okay, never mind. It's basically three things. All I see is Brittany like moving all around. Can you guys see me?
I see you.
Okay. Okay, so three things.
Your screen set to where you're seeing me.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why. I don't
Sorry.
know. That's okay. You're cute. Hi, Montana. Okay, the business is three things. It's basically sharing about Young Living and helping people become members. Okay. The second thing is helping those members get on Essential Rewards, and the third thing is helping your members sign people up and get on Essential Rewards. It's basically those three things. And all you're doing to do that is sharing about something that you love, something that has changed your life, something that is empowering you and your family to take care of your wellness, to live a vibrant life. And so it's just as simple as that. All you need is a starter kit and a sign-up link. And that's really it. That's what you need to do a Young Living business. There are so many different ways to share. There's classes, there's social media, there's one-on-ones, there's snail mail, there's there's so many different ways to share a Young Living. There's sending out samples. And the cool thing about doing a Young Living business is that you do it the way you want to do it, the way it works for you. Everybody has gifts and talents. And anybody, this business is for anybody. Okay, the next thing I want to talk about quickly are the ranks in Young Living. And there are, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 ranks. You start out as a distributor. The ranks are star, senior star, executive, silver, gold, platinum, diamond, crown diamond, and royal crown diamond. Okay, and these ranks are basically just a way of measuring your growth, which is really important for motivation and recognition, which everybody appreciates. This is something that I didn't get at Microsoft ever. I never got any recognition. I never got to really know how I was doing. Okay, so okay, I'm gonna put. Okay, everybody make sure you're on mute just so we don't get any background noise. Okay, so the average income potential of a star is the average income of a star is $75.
Oh, she loves him.
Income of a senior star is $235. The average income of an executive is $502. The average income of a silver is $2,088. The average income of a gold is $5,666 per month. These are per month numbers. A platinum makes $13,872 a month. Do you guys start to do the math? A diamond, which we just had our leader hit diamond, makes an average $35,348. And I'm going to put somebody on mute here. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Okay, so Katie is set to make $35,348 a month. And then it goes up from there. A crown diamond makes an average of $64,000, and then a royal crown diamond makes an average of $144,000 a month. Okay, which rank would change your life? Right? Think about that. Okay. For some, a star would change their life. Just that little bit of extra income. Okay. So this business can bless everybody. We'll do another class on the compensation plan, but basically to rank up, it's based on volume and legs. And so volume is just your overall, is what you spend and everybody under you. So think about an organization chart, like a typical corporation. You have you and everybody under you. So people you've signed up and people they've signed up, and it's your whole organization, and that's your overall group volume. And then you have what's called legs, which is just basically someone you've signed up and anybody under them could be a leg. And then those ranks are just based on volume and legs. And we have lots of images that show what those look like. But you get to rank up. And then even when you rank up, you, at those levels, obviously your paycheck goes up, but there's trips. There's amazing trips. They take you to all the different Young Living farms. They give you all kinds of swag. You get recognition. Let me tell you, I went to Silver Retreat, and Young Living knows how to treat you well. They pull out all the stops because they recognize that we are the bread and butter. We are their marketing. That's basically what they are. And so they pour into us because we're the ones on the ground sharing. Okay. So, those are the ranks, and that is the income potential. Okay, so how do you get paid? Okay, I mentioned all you need is a starter kit, and that gives you the opportunity to get paid. If you're not a wholesale member, you can't get paid. Okay, so retail customers will if you sign up for retail or if you sign anybody up for retail, they don't have the opportunity to share or have a downline. Okay, so that's a really important thing about being a wholesale member. As a wholesale member, you have a kit, and then anytime somebody purchases, you help somebody become a member, you will get a $50 check from Young Living. Free and clear, $50 check, either direct deposit or a paper check every time you sign somebody up with a starter kit. Okay, so a premium starter kit, which is what most people start out with in any starter kit, you get $50. The only requirement for that is that you spend $50 the month you sign somebody up. So we've had people who have signed somebody up, but they haven't bought anything, and they're like, where's my $50 check? You have to spend 50 PV, I should say PV, which is product value. Yes, it's product. I always said personal value or point, it's product value. Okay. So PV 50 that month in order to be eligible to get a check. So if you signed up 10 people, what would your check be? Just for telling friends and family and making your mom and your aunt and your best friend say, no, you're doing this with me, like bossing them into it, you're going to make $500, just like that. Okay. You can make as much as you want by just, that first month, even before you have your kit. Okay. Now you get, what's called the fast start bonus, which actually the $50 could be more than that if they bought a kit plus other things. So you're essentially getting $25 if they purchase a kit, and then 25% of what they order for the first 3 months. And that's a big deal because there's been some people this month that have people signed up with them that have spent like $1,000 on Black Friday and Cyber Monday. And if they just sign them up and that person, their enroller, will get 25% of that in cash. So that's a really big deal. That first 3 months, you get 25% of what the person you helped become a member purchases. Okay. After the 3 months, you go into what's unilevel commissions, which means you start to get a percentage of everything they order, but it goes down. So if they're directly under you, you get 8%. If they are 2 levels down, you get 5%, and then it goes 4, 3, 2. And depending on your rank, you get those percentages of people lower and lower and lower, if that makes sense, okay? So, and then there are generational bonuses. So when people under you hit silver and above, you start to make a percentage on them, or like, I think it's like $120 or something from a silver and then a gold, and then you get shares in the company. So there's so many different ways to get paid, but you have to know that in order to get those commissions, so not the 3 months, the 3 months, you get 25% back on what they order just by being their enroller and spending the $50, okay? After the 3 months, you have to make sure that you are spending 100 PV a month. That is the requirement to get those unilevel commissions, which start after the 3 months, okay? So we have a report that we run in, it's an app called Oily Tools, which is sort of a business app that I recommend people getting later once they have quite a few people signed up with them. But you can run a report called Money Missers, and that would be people that have a downline, but they have not spent 100 PV to get those commissions. That would be somebody who's missing out on free money, basically. So in addition to getting paid, and you can, you know, it grows, right? So I have a team of 500, I think we have 522 on our team now. And it just starts to compound, right? Because initially you do so much of the work and you're signing up all these people, and then you start to build a team and a community, and then people under you start to sign people up, and then people under them start to sign people up, and it becomes this amazing, exciting thing that you had a part in growing. And I can't even put into words how much better this is than Microsoft because you get, your job is working with people, helping them share about something they love, and watching their businesses grow too. And it is just the best thing ever to see your friends rank up and see their families blessed. It's the best thing ever. From what I understand, I just had somebody ask me if what the compensation plan is like versus, let's say, doTERRA. And we have a breakdown of that just because doTERRA is basically our #1 competitor, and it is better. Young Living is incredibly generous to their distributors. So not only do they, you know, do we get those, you know, through the compensation plan and through the unilevel commissions and the fast start bonuses, but they have Elite Express that you get all these, this swag when you hit different ranks. And like I mentioned, the trips. And so there's so many different ways to get paid. Okay, so I just want to make sure I talk about Essential Rewards and how critical Essential Rewards is to be on and to get other people on, because that is your residual income. Residual income is everything because it gives you the flexibility to work when you want to, knowing that you're still going to get a paycheck. And there are not many, okay, I know Molly works at Starbucks. If Molly doesn't go to work, she's not going to get paid. Well, if she uses her vacation or sick time, then she will. But if Jen does not show up to her dentistry job, she's not gonna, you know, eventually she's gonna lose her job. But we just had somebody, you know, whose father had a heart attack, and she was able to stop and go be with him full time, and she ranked up while she was with her dad. That is the beauty of residual income in this business, okay? But Essential Rewards is the bread and butter of your business. It is everything. So we all know how amazing it is, so it's not hard to talk about. Essential Rewards is Young Living's monthly auto ship program that you commit to just spending 50 PV and you get whatever you want. You can choose the date, and you get better shipping, you get points back, you get free product at certain levels. It's Young Living is incredibly generous, but on a business side, getting people to sign up for Essential Rewards is your residual income. It's that guaranteed, you know, that that person is going to spend at least $50 each month and that you're going to get a percentage of that. So it's helping people to get the benefit of their products and really live the wild lifestyle, but it's helping you as a business person. So Essential Rewards is everything. And how do you get people on Essential Rewards? Talk about it all the time. Talk about it, rave about it, normalize it, because because it's part of living a clean lifestyle. This is the way to do it. Okay, so if you're not on Essential Rewards, it's really hard to tell other people to get on it. So that's one of the things, is being a product of the product and being taking advantage of all that Young Living offers. All right. Okay, so like I mentioned, we'll go over the compensation plan in detail in another class, because there are different things that you need to know, strategic placement, the Rising Star bonus, and structuring your team. And there's a lot of different things. But the point of this call is just to really kind of summarize what it means to do the Young Living business, which literally is just sharing. And why Young Living, why do a Young Living business, and how you get paid, the ranks, and then of course the importance of Essential Rewards. Now, if you are watching this replay, if you have any other questions, please reach out to any of us in House of Oils. But I wanted to let you know that we also have we have a business group called Growing Goodness. Our upline has a really amazing business group called Growing Goodness that we can get you in, but we also have our own, which is House of Oils Leadership. And we even have a Marco Polo that we kind of talk about business stuff. And so our team is really great about sharing and helping one another. So if you want to get in on that, please let us know. If you do not have a sign-up link, make sure you get a sign-up link from your enroller. If not, you can reach out to anybody in House of Oils. And then two other things I wanted to let you know is that in Growing Goodness, which is that business group that I mentioned, there is a business basics class, and that is on an announcement. And so you can take that, and that goes over compensation, how you get paid a little bit more in detail. So take a look at that, and then I will post some specific comp plan videos, because there are people that want to know all the things right away. So that will help you if you want to know all the ins and outs of the compensation plan. But I'm going to end with this. This business is for everybody, whether you are an introvert or an extrovert. We have them all on this call, and all of them are successful in their own way and continuing to grow. The other thing is, you do not need to know all the things to talk about essential oils. You find the products that you love, you use those products, and you build your stories, and then you tell those stories. And what do I say, you guys? Facts tell, but stories sell. You want to share those stories, and then people will gravitate to you. So I like to say, we don't all know all the constituents of an apple. We just know it's good for us, and we eat that apple. It's the same thing with oils. You don't need to know all the things, okay? All right, that is all I have. We have about 4 minutes. If there's anybody on this call, because most